right, so we got 5 coturnix quail about a week and a half ago. Put them in with the Bobwhites. I made a mistake. The Bobwhites and them didn't get along. I've cohabitated them years ago when I had them, but I really didn't know what I was doing back then either. I didn't expect it, but the Bobwhite were like velociraptors with the coturnix quail. We've been treating them with, I spray this antifungal, antimicrobial poultry care, Vetricin. You see that, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I apply this. It's a no-pick, and it covers the wound. So today we just got 4 new coturnix quail, and when I've been doctoring these quail because the Bobwhites picked their scalp, the feathers and some of the skin off their scalp, and I had to dispatch one, the male. He wasn't going to make it, and I didn't want him to suffer, so I dispatched him. But these 4 girls that I got 2 of the, I don't know what color it is, but it's a light gray color. But they are coturnix quail, just color variation. And I had 1 brown one, and then a dark brown one. Well, some are worse than others. I've been treating them for about a week now, and this has done really well. I haven't had to do this in a couple days other than just the spray. I don't use the spray because you can't get any of this in their eyes. What I do is I use Q-tips, and I just spray this on the Q-tip and then wipe them for the antimicrobial and basically it's like a cleaner from what I understand. And then I put this on it, and it covers the wounds so that flies and gnats and the other birds won't pick at her. But when I put the new coturnix into the cage, these have been doing really good despite their injuries, but they got excited and they're all moving around, and she hit the top of the cage and she opened up part of her wound again, so we're going to treat it. And if you have a weak stomach, I advise you to not watch this part. It does look nasty, but it's just a topical. There's no internal injuries to the head or anything like that. So if you have a weaker stomach, you might not want to watch this part. But because it was my fault, I put them in with the Bobwhites. I felt responsible to make sure that these quail were taken care of like they deserve. So,
and we had to put one down.
Yeah.
Feels really bad.
Alright, so what I do, normally I pour this out in a little cup, but I'm just going to spray it.
You want my help spraying it?
Yeah, would you spray that on that Q-tip? Not towards the water, this way. Give me some more. I want to soak. Okay. So, if you'll see, can you zoom in on that?
Yeah, I'm going to put this down.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's where she's injured. And I just rolled this around. And this one, she might lose that. I know it hurts, I'm sorry. But I just roll this around, and that's done really well keeping it clean. Alright, would you spray me some more on the other end?
Mm-hmm.
But it was my mistake from a management aspect, so I made it my duty to make these quail and do everything I can for them to make sure they're not suffering and they're being treated. But she jumped up while she was in there getting excited. They're doing really good as far as health-wise. This is just a surface injury. But this one's eye, she may lose her eye. Okay. Would you take this and put some of this on there for me? Can you get a Q-tip on my pocket, baby?
Nice view of the bushes.
Okay, I need you to zoom in so that people can see this. Okay, just do it over here.
Well, I'm trying, but like...
Watch the video.
I can't do both things at once.
Okay, so we just squirt it on the Q-tip. And this is like a no pick, but it does cover the wound so the gnats and flies won't get on it. I'm not touching the tip to the Q-tip after I don't double dip on the Q-tips. Are you zoomed in?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
I know that don't feel good.
Okay. So I'm not touching the used Q-tip on the end of the thing so I don't infect anybody else. But basically, I've just been treating them with this. I know, baby, I know I don't feel good. A little bit more. And it's actually made a seal. A little bit much. It's made a seal on the wound area so that nothing's getting in it and it's not getting infected. So it's worked really well. So since she's jumped and opened her head up again on the top of this wire cage, I'm going to put her back in our little quarantine thing. And so that because they all got excited and they're jumping up and running around and visiting with each other. Because these quail all came from the same cage, they got them from the same guy, so they already know each other. And I'm still going to keep an eye on them since they've been separated for a week. And this is also a no-pick solution here. So if you have them that are picking, and it's got a wound, I recommend this is Rooster. It says Rooster Booster, Pick No More Cover-Up Lotion. Reduces cannibalism for external on domestic poultry. You shake it well and then squeeze it on the location. I would advise using a Q-tip or a cotton ball and not put this directly on that or using the Q-tip every time to prevent infection. But this is something that we're learning. These problems come up on the homestead and you have to deal with them humanely. And if you're going to keep animals, then they need to be kept clean. Try to keep the smells down. They need to have fresh water every day, fresh food, and you are responsible for them. And that's what I felt towards these quail here, because it was my fault. And I now call my Bobwhite the velociraptors because of the way they did these poor quail. I mean, it was pretty bad. When I check on the animals, I feed during the day, and then I come out at night and I do at least one round at night. We do have some coyotes, we do have a bunch of hawks, we've got bobcats. We are sort of on the outskirts of town, but there's woods all around us. Yep, and so I just do a perimeter watch every night and make sure that they're okay. That's when we found them. They all looked like they had red caps on, and it was pretty bad. It's not even funny, but we're taking care of it now. We're taking care of the animals. And they're actually doing really well.